Right, this is what I'm building. Alcove cupboards again. Beech frame, beech doors. I'm going to put a moulding inside there with an MDF panel. I think it's MDF. I always give my customers the option, ply or MDF. MDF gives a nice flat finish. Ply is slightly better quality, but you might see the grain. Shelves are going to be beech with a plywood back. And they wanted some sound insulation behind there. I wanted to put the 50mm rock wool in, but they don't want it to come out 50mm. These alcoves are really deep, 480, something like that. But they still don't want the 2-inch on the back, so we're just putting 1-inch foil backed foam board in. Don't really have any sound qualities, oh, not much anyway, but not my choice. And the beading's going to be like this stuff. It's going to be pine, but I do have cutters behind there somewhere. There's cutters that'll cut a very similar mould, but when I've done that in the past and cut them on there, rip them down, they come out just a fraction different to each other. So I'm just going to buy them. And this cornice, that's the existing. I've got to try and make something very similar, not exactly the same. The fireplace, the top of the fireplace has got like a castellated sort of moulding on it, so something like. And 2 shelves, 2 plywood shelves, 30mm MDF top. That's it. Now I could go for 1-foot boards. I'm not keen on doing that. There's plenty that are 1 foot. Don't know. Let's see how it goes. Right, as always, what's important to me the most is that they're straight that way. Because that bend is the hardest one for me to get out. Right, that's a nice board. Nice and clean. And pretty straight. What I'm working on is 160, that's what I want, so anything bigger than that's good. I can get 280s out of that for the doors. So what I want is, this is 1 metre high, and that's one board cut in half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 metres. 28 with 3 is 9, so I want about 10 boards, 10 3-metre boards. And like I say, I'm working on 160, 2 160s is 320, and these shelves are a foot deep, 300mm deep. See what I can get. So 10 boards like that, nice and straight. I can't be too fussy with these, but you see that one's bent that way. It's pretty straight that way, but it's bent that way. You see the way in the edge here. I'll just get me 280s out of that, but when I rip this down it'll probably bend like it has now. It might have been straight when they cut it, but it's bent now, it might bend again. So for the moment that's on the maybe pile, that's the wanted pile. See, that one's wider than I like. I should get 3 pieces out of that, and I can't stand it up with one hand, but it is lovely and straight the other way, and it's a nice clean board, so I shouldn't have any issues with that. This one looks like it might be the same. Yeah, you see that's a nice clean board. Might have even been cut at a similar time. Right, because they're wider than what I want, I'm classing them as 1.5 boards. So there I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5, 6, 7 boards. So I only need 2 more, and I'll get 1 more just for good luck. Right, that's what I've chosen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Should have plenty there. Hope it don't come to too much more than I've got. Now I'm going to cut it all into approximate sizes, oversized, so the pieces that are 80mm are going to be more like close to 100mm. See what comes out of the board. I'm going to cut them to length first before I rip them. All of this wood is for this job, so I don't mind having pieces that are sort of that wide, that are only like 1 metre long. It's very rare that I need such a long offcut, and like I say, all of this wood is for this job, so as long as the offcuts are sort of suitable for this job, then that's fine. These boards are all different widths, but they're all pretty much the same length. 3 meters 10, I think. 310. So what I'm trying to do is work out what I can get out of what width board. These ones, see, I'm marking as I'm going along. Right, starting to get warm in here again. A bit cooler today, but shelves. I started to explain to you how I was going to cut this up, but in the end I was talking bollocks, so I just ended up cleaning up boards as wide as I can. And I was going to make them into just 2 150 pieces, but then just didn't work out like that. So one of these and one of these makes me just over 300mm. Same for the sides of the shelves. It's these pieces that go down the side. So 4 of them, make up 4 sides. And under there I've got door styles, door top rail, front top rail, frame top rail, sorry, frame leg, and the tops. And I've ticked it off, and the only things I haven't cut are these bottom rails. I can't remember what size I made those, so I'll go put the computer on, have a look, see what that is. And this bottom rail, I don't think I've got that. No, the skirting's 175mm, and I think I need to go back and measure that, because I made it what I normally make it with, just a little skinny skirting, but I can't remember what they want. I think they want it slightly deeper. I'll go back. I've got 2 little offcuts there, a couple of little offcuts, that one with a big split, a bit of a weighty edge, but I can get those bottom rails out of the bits. About half of this is waste, or it was the waste, but I'll get some stop beads and things like that out of it. And thankfully I've got a plank left. I like to have a plank left, but out of that I need to get possibly a skirting, and these caps that go down the side, they're only quite thin, so there's a piece of beech there, but I think that's it. So it's going to be tight. Looked like I had a lot, but actually it's all gone. And in fact I might even have to go back and get a 1-inch plank. Right, it's Saturday today, so I'm going to leave them till Monday. Let them do their thing. If they want to warp, shrink, bend. I don't normally get much movement out of these though, which is good. Which is one of the main reasons why I use Beech. Back to that Monday. Hopefully it's not so hot.